You know that feeling, right? You're on a super important call, it starts breaking up, and then silence, just gone. It's so frustrating. But what if that dropped call wasn't just frustrating? What if it was the most important call you ever had to make? Let's dig into why that happens.
All right, welcome. What you're watching is part 7 of a really important 10-part tutorial. It's called Invisible Interference: How Radio Frequency Interference Affects Your Everyday Life. Now, this is all part of a public awareness campaign from RFI Detectives, and it's built on research by Bob Slovic, who's the chief technologist at Virtualization Options LLC. We've designed this series specifically for you, for media professionals, to help you really get a handle on a problem that, well, it can be anything from a tiny annoyance to a massive public safety issue.
So let's just start with this question, because I think we can all relate. That dropped Wi-Fi call, is it just annoying? We use Wi-Fi for everything now, right? Especially our phone calls. So when that connection just gives up, is it just a minor headache, or is there something bigger going on here that we really need to be paying attention to?
Okay, so let's get into what's really disrupting your calls. It's probably not what you think. I mean, the reason your call just dropped likely has nothing to do with your internet provider. And it probably has nothing to do with those little Wi-Fi bars on your phone. Nope. The real culprit, it's completely invisible.
So what is it? Well, it's not your internet. It's an invisible traffic jam of radio signals. I want you to picture this. Every single wireless device, in your home, your office, your neighbor's house, they're all shouting at the same time on this invisible highway in the air. That chaos? That's what we call radio frequency interference, or RFI for short. It's this nonstop bumper-to-bumper traffic jam, and your Wi-Fi call is just another car trying to get through.
Let's quickly define a couple of things, just so we're all on the same page. We're talking about Wi-Fi calling and VoIP. And look, these technologies are amazing, right? They let you make crystal clear calls even when your cell service is terrible. The catch, though? Because they depend entirely on that crowded Wi-Fi highway we just talked about, they are incredibly vulnerable to that invisible traffic jam.
And hey, this isn't just about your smartphone. Think about all the homes that still have cordless phones. Even the fancy new DCT phones, you know, the ones that are supposed to be super secure and clear, well, they also operate on their own radio frequencies. And guess what? They can get totally disrupted by other gadgets in your house. We're talking about everything from your baby monitor to your microwave.
Okay, so a garbled chat with a friend or a dropped business call, that's annoying, for sure. It might even mess with your ability to work from home, which is a real problem. But it's more than just a dropped call. The stakes here are about to get a whole lot higher.
And this is the absolute crux of the issue. The research puts it plainly. A dropped signal during a 911 Wi-Fi call is a life safety issue. This is where we pivot. We're not talking about convenience anymore. We're talking about a critical public safety problem that's basically hiding in plain sight. This isn't just a phone call, it's a lifeline getting cut.
So let's really focus on this. A life safety issue. When an emergency call fails, think about it. Someone's in a place with bad cell service. They have an emergency, so they rely on their Wi-Fi to call 911. That very same interference that just dropped your work call, well, it can completely cut off their one and only connection to help.
So how does a Wi-Fi 911 call actually fail? It's a chain reaction, and it's devastatingly simple. Step 1, there's an emergency. Someone places a call over Wi-Fi. Step 2, radio frequency interference from some other device, could be anything, disrupts your router's signal. Step 3, the data that makes up your voice, it gets lost, it gets garbled. And step 4, the connection to the 911 operator just drops. The line goes dead.
And this brings us right to the heart of why we're making this for you, for people in the media. This is the story to report. This is how you can empower your audience. Because this isn't some nerdy tech problem, right? This is a huge public service story that your audience absolutely needs to know about. Because getting the word out, that's the very first step to keeping people safe.
And here's your angle, right here. The public awareness gap on this issue is a story in itself. Most people, when their Wi-Fi is bad, what do? They blame their internet provider. They have no clue that the gadgets in their own home could be creating this interference and putting their 911 lifeline at risk. Just explaining that gap, that's powerful stuff. That's essential journalism.
So what can you tell your audience to do? Here's some real, actionable advice. And these aren't just tips. These are things that could genuinely save a life. First, tell people to keep their cellular data active as a backup to Wi-Fi calling. Super important. Second, stress how critical it is to register their physical address for E911 services. Third, when they're buying a new cordless phone for a landline, guide them to choose one that's designed to be interference resistant. And finally, if they're having constant interference problems, they need to report it to the authorities. These are the solutions you can give people that make your story not just interesting, but truly essential.
So I'll leave you with this question, one you can take directly to your audience. Is our emergency lifeline more fragile than we know? I mean, we've built our entire modern world on this foundation of wireless communication, but as we've just seen, that foundation, it has some serious cracks. Digging into those vulnerabilities and explaining them to the public, that's not just a good story, it's a public service of the highest order.